That's no moon. That's a... No, wait. That is a moon. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. We're in the first match of Week 2 this season, guys. We're in the top 200, looking to improve that score. We've got a lot of cool matches. We actually have a couple different instances of various trooper builds facing each other. Gonna get interesting, super efficiency match. This is a side of Xaereth you guys don't get to see. So, here's the situation. We're facing Mini Kazkor from the Cantina Lords. Can't or won't Ina Lords. He has less GP than me by a bit, 500k-ish. And did you know that there was this much green in the whole world, folks? I can't believe I have a match where I get to be green everywhere except for the Relic 1 through 3. Pretty exciting stuff. I haven't beaten mods, and here's the thing though. The mods, I'm not convinced. I don't know if Hotbot just takes all of the mods, counts all of them that are even just in your inventory, but he had taken off a ton of mods. He mixed them up on his characters. Like, he had way different speeds when I scouted him than what he actually had on the map, which, I mean, that happens. People do that to obfuscate things, but it was something that I would have preferred to know the actual truth. So I don't know. I mean, obviously the relic levels can't be lied about, but the speed stuff, he may have had better mods. Like, he didn't have any mods on Gideon, for instance, when I scouted him. So who knows? Who knows, guys? Here's the defense I set. He plays super. So the last week, the week before this, he had placed no GLs, 0 GLs. He played the most efficiency game possible. And then the week before that, he placed a normal-ish defense with a bunch of GLs and everything. And so I decided he's going to mess around a little bit. So I was just going to make life difficult for him, but maintain my offensive flexibility. So you can see I put 3 GLs in the back. And then up front, we just have our poor old Ray team, and then I did put Star Killer down, and you guys can look at this stuff. I mean, my dash has been really fast lately. He's at 366, so 386 on his own. The BAM team has Han and Chewie, etc. None of these teams are really that weak at all, so that's pretty neat. The idea, though, is we don't want... He gets a lot of solos off of people who don't put a lot of Galactic Legends down. So, because he can take 6 for offense, you wanna make all of the fights tough, if possible. So here's what he placed. No Galactic Legends visible in the front. He does have a Star Killer team. Once again, his Mara Jade is much faster than when I scouted him. His Mara Jade was very, very slow compared to the reality here, guys. He's got a Traya team, which is pretty interesting for that front zone, actually, for a cheese comp. He's got the Darth Revan team without Malak, and then he's got clones. Rex with Barriss and all of that. Who knows where General Skywalker is? I would have thought that he'd put General Skywalker, if he didn't put him with that Rex team, he'd put him with Starkiller or something. He's got Jedi Knight Anakin, though. That's problematic enough. Well, you guys will see. You'll see. And then we've got, up top, he's got Bam. Again, his Queel was way faster. When I scouted it, he was pretty bland. I think he's like 313, something like that. And then Dash was different. Everyone has different speeds. Mon Mothma with a fast Kyle Katarn, but not a ton of relics. And then Iden, but look at the Iden team, guys. This denies me the use of Wampa because of TIE Fighter Pilot. TIE Fighter Pilot has tenacity down on basic, and it doesn't really take away that much from the team, especially if, I mean, Iden, I guess, honestly, it doesn't even take anything away from an Omicron anyways. So she doesn't have her Omicron, so that's nice anyways. But before we jump into the fights, folks, just want to remind you, if you want to support the channel for free, all you've got to do is like, subscribe, comment, and do something to help mount the algorithm. I would really appreciate it. just leave a comment or something. If you haven't subbed yet, guys, what are you waiting for? This is a lot of fun. I've got some really fun stuff planned, especially for my GAC recaps. It's gonna get weird, folks. Which I know you guys like that. So let's get going, shall we? Let's get to the actual fighting. Alright, so we're gonna start here. This is what the fight that I saw as the diciest. He doesn't have high relics on this team. The highest is, in fact, this Darth Revan. He didn't mod them for high health or anything. Like, Basti and Revan can kind of go high health and make them more resilient, but I was like, you know what? Pretty sure we're not going to need Ki-Adi-Mundi for any Galactic Legend counters anyways. So why don't we just bring him here, make Anakin hit harder. Maybe we can just one-shot the whole team before Qui-Gon even has to die, because his Darth Revan's also not fast. So Anakin's going to outspeed him with Ki-Adi-Mundi's help because of the plus 30 from the Zeta. So let's see how it goes. And Ki-Adi-Mundi's like, haha, Anakin, I'm faster. Anakin's like, but watch this. I mean, watch this. And we actually only killed one. But though it was Nest, and Nest was the scariest one, so, you know. Alright, and Qui-Gon's still alive. Oh, never mind, spoke too soon. Let's get Basti out of there now. And then Ki-Adi-Mundi dies. Bummer. Let's try to kill Revan if we can. And then everyone was like, oh my gosh, Xaereth, you got so lucky, you dodged. And I was like, no, it's because Qui-Gon Jinn's lead gave me foresight with no luck. So 71, it was a little dicier than I thought, but you know, you gotta live on the edge. All right, so now here's the thing, folks. Without a Jedi tank, you don't have a pre-taunt, which means, I mean, you just gotta dispel with Maul. But once you do that, then all you have to do. So Anakin poses a problem in a way. He doesn't really have any Jedi friends to boost him that much, but here's the thing. We don't want him to do his AoE if we can help it. So we're just going to increase his cooldowns here, guys, in a second. You'll see. You'll see. Alright, so do the AoE. Cool. Now, we have 5 stacks of Anguish, so let's target Anakin. And yeah, okay, so there we did some damage, but we really do need to make sure that Mara Jade and Visas Mar die. Here, let's real quick, let's make a detour though. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have enough to take this guy down. And Visas Mar was only relic like 1 or 0, something like that. And okay, so Maul and his buddies did some good work. Well done, Maul and your buddies. All right, let's just wait. Try to build up a couple stacks here against Starkiller, and we can be patient, I guess. Just trying to think of what to do here. Like, do we give the tech to someone to make sure that they heal? Do we just put up the healing, like the protection up, whatever, over time? Stuff from what, you know, just trying to optimize, remember, we're trying to pinch banners, because this guy doesn't typically, like, he just plays efficiency. He tries to go as many fights without a fail, you know. Well, obviously don't fail, but then he tries to he pinches banners, and which he does a very good job of, by the way, folks. So, alright, here's the next one, guys. So the Rex is faster than my Echo, after all their speed boosts and everything, and that's kind of what I wanted, actually. So the thing is, the Rex team used to be like the OG, like, turn meter train team. Way back in the day, people used to say, like, oh, Rex lead will never be, he'll never not be meta. But here's the thing, folks. Look at all those debuffs we just did on them. We got rid of this is the very worst kind of situation for Barriss to be in. She hates it. She gains bonus turn meter from herself. She gains, and she heals people, and everyone else gains bonus turn meter with Rex lead, and she, like, none of that's happening now. Like, Echo's like just the best possible way to shut these guys down. And even though they do have various states of turn meter and everything here, guys, remember that they didn't have enough to kill any of my Bad Batch, And dispelling all of those buffs that the clones had accumulated actually helped me gain a bunch of turn meter here. So now we've got to try to stun. Okay, didn't stun Rex there, bummer. Didn't stun Rex there either. And now the question is, can we kill anyone without Fives sacrificing? But even if he does sacrifice, does it really matter that much? So he actually did sacrifice. We killed a different clone first, but then they couldn't heal their own health. So I mean, they've got a huge health and protection pool here that they inherited from Fives. So good on Fives for hooking your brothers up. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're in debuff hell. There we go. Have round 2 of Echo's special mix. We got 65, and Bad Batch are the better clones at this point. At least General Skywalker obviously makes the equation different. And then, all right, he did a good job of putting Traya up front here, guys. I wasn't sure what team I wanted to take. We could take troopers, but they all assist each other so much. I was like, man, I just don't want to be in a situation where they're able to just do a ton of damage to me. I mean, I want to drop as few banners as possible, and even though the 501st does have a lot of assists and stuff, we don't have like too many. They don't have too many assists. So I'm just trying to reduce the turn meter on Marauder, and I ended up killing him. So that was a good way to reduce the turn meter. But yeah, you can see Echo is almost dead because of all the assists and everything. But otherwise, no one else assists really, not that much. So we didn't drop that many. And we can see what's in the back. Are there 3 GLs? Are there 2? Is there 1? Or did he completely cheese me? Oh, he cheesed me totally. Absolutely did. So now we've got to be really careful. Okay. We need a little explanation here, folks. So Iden troopers are a menace. You guys know that. And he doesn't have a relic Iden, which is totally fine. Totally fine. However, he also has TIE Fighter Pilot here to shut down my Wampa. Now, the entire board, if you notice, is completely Wampa-proof. I made my own board completely Wampa-proof, so we cancel each other's Wampas. But TIE Fighter Pilot makes this team Wampa-proof because of that tenacity down. However, he's not an Imperial Trooper, which means that Iden loses 2 key elements. Number 1, she doesn't gain her bonus turn meter at the very start, the 100% bonus turn meter. That means she goes first in every encounter other than ones with Han and Chewie, or with Watt. But however, the other thing is she can't self-revive when she's defeated. When she's killed, she just stays dead unless she has her cool revive buff. But that's what TIE Fighter Pilot steals. Everything else is still in play, but she doesn't have her Omicron. So I was like, you know what? Without the Omicron, we're just going to take troopers. With the Omicron, things might get a little more challenging. But look at that. Just punch her in the face before she can even take a turn. And then they still have an assist, the ability to assist, and so I'm just trying to, I don't want them to hit me back, or sorry, to counter. So I don't want them to hit me back. So I'm just playing it cool, trying to build up my stacks so that when we do finally get some hits on people, that we're able to just do overwhelming amounts of damage. And I really didn't want to hit that Death Trooper. Didn't want to do any AoEs or anything. Just play it cool, take our time, chill out. The pretty standard Xaereth things. And all right, we're like fast forwarding this. You guys have seen this every match for who knows how long. So we're at 300 speed. I'm gonna get a drink. And it's the same story every time. We isolate L3. We kill Vander. We do all sorts of fun things to all sorts of fun people. It's a good time. And then we try to get our banners back. So right now Traya actually has full protection, because she gets protection up bonuses. And I think I made a mistake. She could have given herself some protection up at some point. Yeah, right here is where she could have given herself some more protection up. Maybe it's later. I don't really know, guys. But one way or another, they stole enough protection that she's not going to get the banner. So just now, I mean, we get to go. We killed them. 61 banners, that's the standard. Alright, here's some science, folks. I wanted to try this one. I wanted to try Mothra versus Geos. And this is a pretty good Geo team to try because there's still a little bit of Gear 12. Remember, he has way fewer relic levels than me. Smaller account, so he's been doing some cool stuff, though he's close to the same GP, so I don't know where all the relic level stuff is, like how he's so close, but he probably just has higher gear on some Morthless stuff. And that's not shade, that's just me speculating. Anyways, so we finally killed the Brute, but not after they health equalized so much after my hits, and I mean, we just got the turn meter train going here, guys, and if you can get your turn meter train going with Mothra, then it's just game over. It's just game over. So we'll put it on 1x, throw the saber right in the Geospy's face, get a 65. And we could have gotten pretty close to that score without using Mothra, but I decided to risk it for the biscuit, folks. So we're gonna use an undersized Iden Versio team against his. I mean, they're all relicked, but they're not high relic. Some of them are like relic 1 or maybe even 0 on these troopers, and so I figured it was probably mostly safe to just go undersized. Plus, actually, I didn't have a choice. Because of how many teams I placed on defense, my Iden team only had 4 available total anyways. So 66, I was intending to undersize, but then circumstances required me to. Alright, so this is fast forwarding with Sith Eternal because we're just building the ultimate. This is a pretty easy to beat team. So I mean, no suspense here, folks. The one big thing is the ability block from the special on Veteran Han, and that we actually ended up getting some pretty good timing on that, and it worked out for us. So, alright, I mean, 68. Hooray for that. Yay, hey, hooray. So we got 66 and 68 on the last 2. Now he's got ships. He cheesed us there as well. He's got Negotiator, which is a little tricky, but otherwise, every good fleet is on offense as well. So that's fancy. Now, we're going to take Bounty Hunters here just because we have so much control. And Malak can really mess with you on random teams like this. And so, I mean, it's a luxury to use Bounty Hunters, but the guy cheesed me so much that I just have amazing teams to be, like, I can just take... I could just do whatever I want, I guess. Alright, so we gotta stun Jango so he doesn't just accidentally kill my Aurra Sing or something like that. So, oh yeah, we'll throw the stun on Jango, and then, Asajj is not long for this world. We got bounty hunters here. We're just hunting, guys. We're on a hunting trip, so just biding our time. Let's just take our time. Okay, he's available for death. Let's go. Move out. Come on, kill your fellow bounty hunter. Do it. Oh, he shot me back. What the hell, man? So I decided I was going to just, like, for a second I thought that I was under boss lead, and I was like, we're gonna play with our food and get some debuffs so that we can heal him. But then I forgot it was Aurra lead, and that we just gain 25% protection after we kill someone anyways. Okay, now, I'm out with resistance here, guys, on this team comp. In chat, people were like, you gotta use just Jedi Luke and Hoda. And I'm like, dude, that's a 3v3 comp. We will totally die to First Order here. Or they were saying, like, no, just use Jedi Master Luke lead because he does so much damage. He'll just one-shot the whole team with his AoE. And I'm like, no, these are high relic, well-modded First Order squads. Like, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna play it KG. We're not gonna just go in and be a blunt instrument of destruction, because that's how you lose without being cautious. So we're taking Jedi Revan lead, and I did mess this up, guys. So you can see we have the strategic advantage, or whatever it's called, the blue buff that's over the top of Jedi Master Luke's head instead of Jedi Revan's head, which that was a little frustrating because I wanted to pass the turn to Jedi Luke so that he could stun everyone, and we needed to be able to do that without them hitting me back because of dominance from Hux. So, instead of passing the turn to Luke like I had originally wanted to, I decided, you know what? And there's Hoda hiding behind my fat head here too, guys, so just keep that in mind. It's like, you know what? Let's just mark Hux and try to get rid of him real quick. And remember, with Jedi Rev, the reason we want Jedi Rev in lead, I wanted that strategic advantage, which obviously I just like kind of just obviously forfeited. Okay, the AoE, we could have done the AoE, but I'm like, man, I don't want to kill all of them, and we need to recover banners. That's the whole point of doing this. And so, anyways, the strategic advantage is we finally have it on Revan, you know, but we're just trying to call some assists so that we can get our protection back. And we did. We got a 66, and so there we go, folks. Hooray! We killed all the squads, and I ended up with like General Grievous left and a bunch of good Jedi, and you know, that's just how it goes. Efficiency play for the win. Hooray! We placed a tough defense, and that's how it goes. Okay, so we got First Order here. We put Outrider here. It's kind of a weird choice, but we got First Order. My First Order Special Forces TIE pilot was faster than any of their ships, so made it easy to be able to snipe out that Falcon right away. And then we get TIE Echelon in, call the mass assist, and alright, kill Biston, right for that. Someone in chat said I needed to play better. For some reason, they thought that I could have killed them without having reinforcements come in, but I actually think I did fine right there. Okay, so we shot Anakin, and then we don't need him to go into stealth. We just need them to put that loyalty buff on. In fact, it makes it easier if he doesn't go into stealth, because then we don't have to trick him into coming out of stealth. So, all right, dispel their Y-wing, and now we need to dispel the Y-wing again. Come on, are you kidding me? Dispel the Y-wing. We can't do the wiggle yet because there's that AoE coming from Negotiator. So, okay, dispel. All right, they got the Sith bomber here, which I'm guessing that's trying to stop like the Finalizer build is my best guess. But I don't have the Finalizer. I have Rebels, who are kind of susceptible to all the days and stuff, of course. But at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of the days, the idea is they're going to do their AoE here pretty soon. So they do have like kind of stacking debuffs or stacking days. So and then I blundered there. Granted, I totally did because I called the assist and no one could assist. But I put the target lock on here. The thing about this is, guys, we're just going to bide our time. Like we killed their Jedi Knight Anakin. Like we're probably safe. We just need to bide our time. We need to chill out. We need to relax a little bit, figure out what we're doing. And, okay, I took out the Rex here, and I mean, I've done this fight a ton of times. So obviously, there's an element of RNG, but I've also been upgrading my Rebels fleet as much as possible for fun, for funsies, and all that. For Wrath and Ruin and the Red Dawn, everything. 72 banners, yes! Hooray! Alright, we're trying to stay above that line, that 70 line. I don't know if that's going to be the new line of shame or not, but that's what we're trying for. Alright, he's got the Raddus here. This isn't a full star fortress. This is a 4-star fortress. So, alright, took out the Star Fortress. And, I mean, we're getting a Negotiator here. This is a pretty cut and dry fight. I mean, they've got all the foresight. It's an annoying fight, I guess. But at the end of the day, I mean, Negotiator's a pretty strong, pretty natural counter to all of this nonsense. We have additional ability to hit. Our accuracy is increased over theirs. Our Anakin basic can't miss, and all of that stuff. So I made the joke. I was like, what do you call a resistance fighter without buffs? Call it dead. 75 banners. Way to end on a good number. Jeez. Just pretty rough for these guys. So, it's a good score, guys. It's probably the best score I'll ever get. 1844. That is, depending on who you ask, either 9 or 6 points away from the soft max, which means I would have got, if I had gotten, all my point banners by using the max teams, the max number of characters on there, you know, getting the max. That's what I would have gotten. So, you know, you can get the hard max is significantly higher, of course, but this is a pretty good score. 9 off of the soft max, or a 6. It's pretty good. Just depends on if the max for fleets is really 72 or 73, which everyone is fighting, and I have not devoted any amount of time to actually figuring that out. So, that being said, I'm sure you want to know the results, folks. This is a very good result, but my opponent also has 6 Galactic Legends and is an extremely efficient and skilled player. So, let's check out how he did. And we did end up winning by 44. He did us a favor by ending on 1800 so that we could do the math without actually having to worry about anything. So what ended up happening, guys, he cleared everything really efficiently, but he only had 9 to give. And so at some point he dipped into like the 9 area, and then he got a 68. He did get 168 on my CLS team. And then he went in, and I was like, oh man, come on now. Like, we were gonna just win outright. But then he got that 68. I was like, oh, come on, we need him to drop 2 more. And then he lost to my Night Sisters twice. One of the times he ended up killing Old Daka and Spirit and left the other ones. I'm not sure what happened, but we got the W, guys. He didn't drop that many banners otherwise. That's 30 banners just from Night Sisters. So otherwise he only dropped 14 total. So my final thoughts are efficiency matches can suck it. It's no fun, guys, to be like, oh my gosh, we got 63 banners. That was awful. Like kicking myself, angry at myself, like, oh my gosh. I don't like that, folks. I mean, I know every banner matters, but I hate self-flagellating just because I know that every banner matters more than anything. So efficiency play, I'd much rather just have a slugfest match with you. So, I mean, it's probably a wise choice to do efficiency play, though. Sometimes I'm going to show you guys exactly how efficient I can be, which, I mean, that's pretty good. I feel like I did well. You know, but at the same time, phew, like one fail on my end would have made this significantly more dicey. So, glad everything panned out. We did a few science things as well, so that was a little tricky. And what was really strange to me was, what do you do with your spare Galactic Legends? When you have, like, I never have spare Galactic Legends. People place like 4 or 5 GLs on me, and I'm like, man, we gotta find. So we'll use like our 2 or 1 or 2 Galactic Legends that we saved for offense on those right now. And I never get to use them on more mundane squads. That just doesn't really happen. And so it's really weird to think in terms of like, okay, how does Jedi Master Luke interact with this Hux team? It's very strange. It's like, okay, we don't want to do AoE still because they're going to hit me back. You know, how are we going to recover banners? What does he have to help with that? Etc. And I don't know, it was just kind of fun. I was like, wow, Sith Eternal can solo something? It's fun times, guys. So, my next match is going to be Super Slugfest. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see how that one goes. I think I'm ranked number 130 right now, so if we can win the next one, which, who knows, it's going to be against a really tough opponent. If we can get the win, though, then I'll be in the top 100 again. So, that'll be great. I'm going to let you guys go. Under 30 minutes today, even though I yammered forever here at the Final Thought. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. I hope you guys let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Do you like efficiency play? I hate it, man. I hate it. It's no fun. Give me Slugfest all day, every day, on every account. Maybe. Actually, my younger accounts actually do like efficiency, so I take it back. Alright guys, take care.